Hello everyone. We just returned from doing the Fate Stay Night collab. Hello again, Huffle Puffies. I hope I said your name right. You know you were here during the first round. Now I won't spoil what happened in the first video because it's better to watch for yourself, which why does everyone have Aesir Killer? Okay, well this is actually decent. Water! What do you mean? Okay. I'm just looking to see grounded and fire against all. And this is okay. Alright, so if anything, I can probably bring Lancer into Heroic Wanderer. Would I advise as such? No. I would not advise bringing any regular collab heroes to Heroic Wanderer unless they are really good. And there's your Gilgamesh. As usual, max scroll. Okay, Dark Element and counterattack. And then stats up. Okay. I will not be bringing Gilgamesh to the next Wanderer realm yet. Last time, we tackled Asgard, the nation of Aesirs, and Alfheim, the nation of elves, which in a surprising twist, we had a really quick clear time on Solstice, which team update here. I took out Vindicator Hell because I could not find a way to keep her alive with this team, and instead I threw in Resplendent Hell. This time we are hopefully going to tackle Grendel and this nation here. As usual, I do not do these off screen because I do not think that would benefit anyone. And I would prefer to make guides from this. We're going to do Airborne. Had Hydrate. Aesir, Therians, and Celestials. Now, if you're wondering why I'm doing it like this, it's so that we do not have trouble with whatever CC gimmick, crowd control gimmick that we run into. Because there will definitely be one. Alright, this is the team. We have Raspy, Gemini, Sin, Hell, Dark Hell, Vindicator, and Amaterasu, which no, I have not gotten around to Awakening Hell. I'm sorry. First, we're gonna do. Normally, I would say gear how you want, but I have also learned the ways of my words, so we will not be gearing how we want this time. We'll be doing it according to what's good. There's gonna be attack. We want, not that. This. Now, like I said in my last video, you do not, even though they have the high element field, or high leaf field, you don't need it. At least not in the first Wanderers. You will not be needing it. I selected the Glacial Destroyer Blade because the boss is fire. So I am going to be equipping all of my characters with Fire Killer. Just so we can get that sweet element killer in the midst of fighting. Which I would like to get more of these Bracelet of Conflict. So let me go do that. Let's set the team. If anyone did not know this yet, if you go into the connect and then back out immediately, it sets the team. So, as observed, since we set the team, now it will not go away when we exit out. That's how you can set the team. Very simple, very easy, and highly recommended. Oh, yeah, we can 6-star lift now. Essentially, you just want to go to the Arena Trader. I don't know why I said Arena War. Get a bunch of... I don't do enough Coliseum because I consider Coliseum to be a very annoying and kind of tedious event. But if you want those tokens to get the Bracelet of Conflict and Ring of Conflict, then that's where you get them, is from Coliseum. Me, I rarely do Coliseum, but those rings are very good to have on you. I would just stick to making 4 stars if you don't have enough 3 stars to throw into a complete 5. Which, case in point here, I shall be making 4 stars. This is just so you have more Bracelet of Conflict / Ring of Conflict. Normally I would say make a 5-star, but since I do not have enough to make 5 stars with, I shall be sticking to the 4-star. I did all of my gearing and stuff off screen with the artifacts, so that's why I have all those element killers now. And why all my stuff looks leveled. Because I did say I would do those off screen last time. And when I say last time, I mean my last Heroic Wanderer video. So I managed to do all of it. Alright, Gemini, I don't think you can be upgraded yet, so I'm gonna just leave you be. Right. Emblem, do we want an attack emblem for you yet? I don't have enough of the Stardust to... Different game, probably, but I don't have enough star stuff to do it. Sin... Tome of Light, because you're... Oh, wait, no, you're dark. Never mind. I don't know why I just gave you that. Sort by attack and dark. If you don't have enough dark element gear of the needed attack type, then you can equip off element. I try not to, which is the boss a no. She is not. Okay. Alright, so we will be ignoring that. There is a specific gear that you want because she's Therian. I can't find it. I do have a ton of it. It's just, I'm pretty sure it's called something star. Yeah, it's this thing. It's the Destiny Star. These have Therian Killer. But in my case, it's not needed. Well, in my case, I can't use it here. As usual, don't forget your element killer. Element killers are very helpful to have. Although in these early game wanderers, they are not completely necessary because you're not white at tier 2. So for now, you could probably get away with ignoring them, but put them on just in case. And then Hell gets that. Matarasu, I know I have your things. So let's put it on. Dark Earth. Yeah, she's dual element, so I'm expanding my range a little bit. I actually don't think I have hers. I know I have someone's. Just don't think it's a Matarasu. Alright, no, she's not attack, she's attack. Because yes, ranged units can be both. Well, they can be one or the other. So in this case, Amaterasu is normal attack. And she can also equip one of these, but we're not going to use it. Because she's attack, she shall get this. And that's it. That's the gears. I know not every slot is filled. I have said, if I have not said it, I'll say it now. I do not intend to try and fill all equipment slots. Because if you don't have the correct gear, then don't worry. You're not in dire need for the correct gear this early in the game. At least in this early in Heroic Wanderer. Although I see the nut here has skill drain or gauge drain, I think it's called. This is right around the middle part. This is the middle part of the game, or at least the middle part of Heroic Wanderer, so it's not too difficult, but it's not too easy. But this is where we will start to have a little bit of difficulty moving forward. Excuse me, what happened to you over here, Raspy? What's your major malfunction? which if needed, I should move my to the right here. I want to put it off to the left because then no one will see it. I believe she might have a barrier of sorts. If not, I don't know why I'm doing like next to nothing to her. Well, this might be the first time. Why are you getting blocked off, Raspy? I thought you were airborne. Alright, we're fixing this because this team is doing terrible. Alright, well, that's what I get for trying to obey the stage gimmicks and go by tips. That's what I get. Alright, now we're just gonna steamroll. Now we're just gonna steamroll. Kitty gloves are off. Lift, you're getting 6-starred. Normally, I would say obey the stage gimmicks and just do the required race and altitude. But in this case, I will say just go against the recommended races and just go all out. Just completely go all out. Doesn't matter, go all out. Because this is not getting cleared if I keep the gloves on. Alright, Hermes, simple course here. Same way of gearing, just do attack, and that's it. No second thoughts. Just quick gearing, lift, human, omega, you know the rest. General, you want to gear her towards attack. Although I will say in my personal bias, if you're having trouble skill gauging, just use World Raid gears. World Raid gears are, at least in my opinion, my last resort. Because they do feed you about 90, like, not 90, 25 skill gauge and then some altitude killer. Alright, I somewhat dismantled my previous team because I can see that we're gonna have some problems if I don't. And I'm trying to save light hell for the harder content. Oh yeah, much better. That health bar is going. Essentially, the golden rule is save your best units for the hardest wanderer. So in this case, I am reserving Resplendent, Hell, and Mariana for a different boss. If I need to, I will take them here. But nope, this is a much better team. Amaterasu is just gonna have to do something with herself. Alright, all 4 organisms are down, so we are at a good run. If Lif and Amaterasu survive, this is a full clear. Now, if survivability is in fact a problem, this is when I would recommend high field rings, which I might have to make use of. I hope not, but it looks like I'm gonna have to use them. Ooh, that's three. Alright, Lif, Sin, and Amaterasu. Even though brute forcing without the element rings tends to be the regular, I'm gonna end up using them here. Because this is gonna get bothersome if not. Flame ring. Typically you want to do something like HP, but flame ring comes first. And I like to do my favorite and give them a dragon cookie. If you have these from a previous event, because there was I believe, a connect where you would get them. There's like a certain connect or something where you could get the dragon carvings, but they are really good if you are having HP problems in the connect. Again, is only my personal recommendation that you pop in a few world rapiers if they are very definitely necessary. In this case, I will be making full use of my world raid gears. Because I do want the extra gauge. I want them to get their skill gauges off faster. So then we can get that chain effect along with just use of their skill more to counter the skill gauge down. Because I do believe this boss has it based on how our very first run went. Yep. Organisms are down, all down very earlier than before. Alright, now we just need to take the boss down. And this is low budget, doing the best I can in Heroic Wanderer. So, low budget guide on how to clear each Heroic Wanderer. Of course, after this one, I will be trying to awaken Vindicator Hell so that by the time our next episode rolls around, I'll be able to make use of her awakening. Because Vindicator's awakenings are somewhat decent. Lif herself just got awakened as of anniversary, so that's how I have her awakened. Alright, and with that, one boss down so far. Alright, Sin did the most. Actually, no, she didn't. It was a Amaterasu that did the most. Alright. And we only get to see the animation once. Regardless, I do believe he gave me some trouble originally when I first ran him, but this ranking list is completely useless because it's very outdated. Alright. Um, Claudia, I don't remember what you have. You have Stone, Chain, and Stop, and then the crystals at Brand. Alright, well, this thing, they've got Brand. What do you have? What level of pain train do you have? Okay. You just have heal. Alright, so again, I'll be reserving my better options for Claudia. But of course, as usual, I will be opting towards Omega Heroes because I don't want to get slapped around by the CC effects. So I will be avoiding using anything that's not Omega here. We want attack, we want, of course, it's Diel, so we want Earth. Maybe we don't. What are these? One attack? Really? You can do better than that? Not surely. Gauntlets of the Immortal. Alright, so let's level this. I don't remember what character this was for. I'm pretty sure this gauntlets were for a specific unit. Like it came out with a character, but I can't remember who. Dial, well, you're just gonna go without much. Therian, he's what element? Light. As is the usual policy, light killer, artifact, and call it a day. Artifact, usual policy, light killer, call it a day. Now you want to use, I would say if they are grounded, stick heavily towards anything that can be used as like as ground damage. So in this case, I used Rudius's staff because I do believe Rudius's staff is very good for this type of content. As usual, just equip it. I'm gonna equip what I want. This is probably going to be a useless slot with that ring on, but tough. Dial can, in fact, make use of my Destiny Star, which has Therian Killer on it, believe it or not. Although I did showcase that before, so. But we're going to get this to max. We're going to keep it equipped. Because if Regalis gives us trouble, which it's a attack gear, magic attack gear, I know, but it actually can be very useful. Alright. Actually, we want to swap this out. Wait, do we have Laughing? I don't remember. Do we have Laughing? Yes, we do. Alright. So we want to keep our gear available. Because I can showcase a specific parlor trick, which we don't have Juno, so we actually can use this. Normally, if it's their SP gear, their special gears, which doesn't say SP, but it's very obvious that's their like it's their signature gear. But I don't have Juno, otherwise I would be keeping that. Light scroll Umbral Destroyer Scroll Caller Day. Finis. I don't know if I've gone over this before, which let's give Finis her staves, because why not? But fun fact, Finis is the one time where she has a censored design on the anniversary loading screen, and everyone likes her design when it's censored like that. Because her design overall does look better, but Finis is the one unit where people think censoring her design actually makes her look better. And it's only on the anniversary home screen when there's a anniversary for the game. Because otherwise you will not be able to see the design. I don't know why it has not been implemented yet. It should be implemented. But that's an A team question. Right, we're just gonna go with that. Malvern, she's new, but I did do a polling stream for her. I do, in fact, have someone's gear. This thing. Oh, that's Tsukiyomi. That's not. Okay, oops. I'm gonna just keep that available for now. I don't have Tsukiyomi, but having the gear available would be nice for when I get there. I haven't used Raspy because I kicked her out of the other team. Malvern is attack, so she'll be taking the Umbral sword. Alright, here's the gears. Finis has her staves. Dial just has what she has. Aquarius has hers. Alright. Attempt number 1 on Regalis Wanderer. There's Finis's design. Her censored design is essentially making the dress look more covered. That's the design. That's the design. Oh, Senna got CC'd. I don't know why. She's supposed to be Omega, but okay. Right. So far, it looks like Regalis is not giving us too much trouble, other than the fact that Senna is permanently CC'd. Nope, not permanent. It looks permanent sometimes. Alright, she's chaining with Aquarius and Finis to do a 3-chain. And she got hit again. Alright, this is looking like a full clear. And the water organisms are down. All of them. Taken out from what looks to be Finis's crystals. Although that has nothing to do with it. I just want to say that. And I chose this boss to use Parallel Dial here for one reason. Because she does have light element damage up on her Ascension passive. So why did I bring it on artifacts? Because that's just the normal. Alright, Regalis is cleared. Dial did. Now mine finished it the most. I guess the MVP thingy badge is bugged out, so it says one hero, but really it's the other. Alright, Wicked something orbit. It's the Wicked Bear core. Alright, Claudia. We saved the bestest from last. Because Hell goes Dark Ace here. Ace here, Dark. Uh, she relies on Sin to get the chain off. Alright, you know what? Let's be funny for a minute. Do Gilgamesh. Airborne Ace here. Okay, my attempt to be funny failed. Right, I guess Bury can come along, maybe. Right, you just need melee. Right, no need to fret. We can still get it done. Right, well, I wanted to save the best for last, but I still need Sin to pop that chain. This team is gonna be all over the place if I keep popping elements, so let's just know it. Hal can do Dark Ace here, so maybe Bury, and then I don't know, usually I have Sin available for that, but Sin is all the way in the other thing. Uh, Gilgamesh is just Ace here. Right, so Gilgamesh could chain off to Mariana, who would then chain off to Water Elf. And Hermes is unfortunately used up in the same connect. Damn it, there goes that strategy. Is there another ace here I can use? Because I kind of tore apart my premium team for this. Right, then King Hal would chain off to a water Jotun. Are you kidding me? I don't even have a Jotun. Right, get off my team. You're bothering me. So either way, the Hanass chain would fail. Because you can't chain to her. Alright, and then I guess we do. Oh, okay. Who's Omega? I won't do this without it. Evolved. Shit, okay. Airborne here, this is Celestial Blues. Come on. You're airborne. Right, this team is a little out of whack with the elements, but it's fine. I'll set it. Gilgamesh, I have no faith in because he's 3-star. I need to upgrade him. This team is going to do absolutely horribly because Gilgamesh is just going to get instantly nuked. Alright, if we take any longer with Grendelm, then I am going to postpone doing the next realm to the next one. Because as we go further and further into Heroic Wanderer, the realms are going to take longer to do. They will take much, much longer to clear. Which, if we don't do the dwarf realm this time, then I will be farming Gilgamesh off screen just so I can get more of his souls and then try to put him back into that specific connect. Not enough chalices. Okay. We can always do this one next time, but that depends. If this guide goes on a little for too long, then we'll just do that. Alright. Gilgamesh, we want your survival. This is what you can do to ensure his survival if you have to use a hero like Gilgamesh. It is highly recommended that you do this if you're looking to guarantee a hero's survival. You essentially want to keep HP up items on them, keep their HP going up. Gaia's protection, the whole 9 yards. Instead of an element killer here, we could do an element, but I want to make sure his HP goes high. We are going to do the shield. Because the goal here is to keep Gilgamesh alive for as long as possible. Because he is one of the units that are necessary for Hell's Chain. So we're gonna give, well now we're just gonna gear like normal. Oh yeah, that's right, Gilgamesh needs a ring. A field ring. While we're here, let's check Claudia. Earth. So we need an earth ring. A high leaf ring. In Hanas's case, we just need Earth Killer. Everyone else can just take gear. Light. I still don't think I'm using Raspy yet. Nope. Alright. If anything, I will try to improve the other team off screen so that I can get my best team over here. So I'll work on improving my nut team. That way I can get better times. Right, Mariana, you're gonna need water gear, which I know for a fact I have your staff. Yes, I do. I have your scepter. I do apologize for the difficulties on screen with some of my teams. Because I don't I don't test a lot of these teams before because I want to clear them on screen for everyone to see. I want to make sure that these realm clears are as clean as possible and that I don't accidentally clear them before they go into VOD form. Because there may come a day where if I do where I do test off screen, it will end up an accidental clear, and I would prefer not to accidentally clear. That way everyone can see when I clear. That's pretty much all there is to it. That's why I have not cleared yet. Although on my main account, I have 100%ed Wanderer. Well, on the other account, yeah. But this is basically my do-over with Heroic Wanderer, and to help everyone else out. Alright, element killers, usual policy of killers. Gilgamesh, you just want to throw HP on him like it's a holiday. He's got the field ring on because you're gonna need it. Although Hel can still, I believe she can chain off of her other self. Alright, there we go. This works perfect. Okay, excuse me. Gilgamesh, what happens to be your major malfunction there? Alright, well, either way, even though Gilgamesh is in fact stopped and taking out those crystals nearly wiped out my Mariana and my King Hell, we have defeated Claudia in a record-breaking 1 minute. Rasputin Hell doing the most damage. Gilgamesh is not doing anything. And with that, Grendelm is done. As I said before, these teams will be going under major improvements because I do believe I can do better than that. Alright, I will be attempting these just because I want to get them out of the way. This one appears to be the easiest. Hold on, I might be eating those words. Omega Bomber here does not matter. This is like, it used to be a really kind of a concerning gimmick, but over time it didn't. Omega Bomber Resistance, never released. It feels like one of A-Team's forgotten features. And because of the power creep and everything, you technically do not need it. Right. There is no painful gimmick here. So we're gonna start anywhere. We're gonna start here. Alright, I think this should be the easiest. I'm not gonna touch the hell, you're good. You, yeah. Sortitia, you. Laughing. Why not? Come along. Grounded Celestia. And she's not. Okay, that's gonna hurt if I bring you. Airborne Beast. Okay, yeah. Alright. If these are not quick, I will be calling it here after this attempt. But that's if these are not quick. And then like I previously said, I'll work on Gilgamesh off screen. Alright. This one's light, so you want to bring just policy light killer sword. Now, one thing about the specific element killer, so if it's Umbral Destroyer and you're not using it on a dark element unit, doesn't matter. Because you're doing it for the 12% killer, not because of the dark unit, because of getting full advantage. Which in this case, with Parallel Ragnarok, you are getting the full advantage. You are getting full advantage. Alright. Oh wait, do that. Airborne human. Said airborne human. Okay. This time I will be saving my premium Hell team. Well, my version of Rasputin Hell's premium team. Because I wanna be able to wipe a boss out quickly if I need to. I don't know if there's any actual dwarf killer apocalypse accessories. But I'll probably be wrong about that, so who knows. Laughing. I meant to explain this before, but if you are using Laughing, Sacred Antique goes up top. It goes in the very first slot, no matter what. If you're using Laughing, that is. If you're not, well, then it can go anywhere, I guess. Alright, let's get your gear, and then policy, state, light killer. Lift, same thing. Just do attack, boisterous, frenzy. That is actually her SP gear. It actually says SP. And it's called as such. SP gears, well, if you're new here and you don't really play the game much, SP gears are essentially special gears for only one character. In this case, hero types lift. but I don't think there's anyone here that's new. But if you're new to Valconnect, welcome to the game. I hope my guides continue to help you or do help you in any capacity. If you have any questions regarding the game, please do not be afraid to join the Discord server and ask any questions. I will be happy to answer. Oh, hello. I did a 4-chain and it wiped out half HP. Yeah, 4-chain. Lif, Laufen, Sorticia, and Dial. 4-chain wipes out the boss in one fell swoop. Alright, well, that was quick. Alright, I guess if the clears are this good, we'll just continue. Alright, this thing, Valfal has pitching. The crystals have pitching. Recovery is nullified, just use your... I'm gonna use my premium team here. I don't care, I'm gonna use my premium team. Sin, where are you? Get your Gluteus Maximus out here. Water Ace here, and then you're gonna chain off to Water Elf. Hermes, you're gonna chain off to an Earth Elf, which I do not have, I don't think. No, I do not. I always do this. I always check to see if I have an Earth Elf, even though I know for a fact I don't. Dwarfs, Gelatin. I think it said Celestial too. Yep, grounded. And it needs to be, of course, grounded. This time, I'm going to obey the gimmicks because, at least for this fourth unit, I want them to be good. Alright, usual policy of... Alright, Valfell is Earth, so let's go Earth. Earth Killer Artifact, boom, done. Now, I made a certain number of of specific killers because I don't have enough materials to make 5 or more of one, so that's why some may have uneven numbers. So like why fire killers only got 4 swords and like 4 scrolls or something because I just don't have the materials. Right, sin, usual policy, attack, dark. It's more of a material problem than anything, than just capacity or attention span. Dark ring, frenzy, all enemy attacker. Okay, let's just do that. Keep showing Sakuramato. Right. Policy of attack. Gear, increasing gears. Take that. I do actually believe Valfel is airborne. Off of what I can remember from her design. Yes, airborne dwarf, so good chance to bring your Jovian earrings if you have a few. Very good chance. This is one that'll be useful. Alright, as usual, usual policy, not Earth, other thing, water. this thing. As usual, Earth Killer. I wanted to obey the gimmick so I could bring Roar. She is really good and has all stats excluding HP 100% up at max field because, I actually went and invested in her during anniversary. So I think this is a good time to show off that my investment has paid off. Excuse me. I guess this thing. As usual, Earth Killer. Hermes, well, you're just here to help with the chain. He's not dark, so let's get off of that. Wait, is he in attack or is he attack? Right. Oh, he's attack. Okay, good. World raid gears essential for skill gauge. If we want to do some skill gauge, probably a wasted slot putting water powered necklace in there, but oh well. All right, let's see. This team versus Valkyrie. This is what I would consider minus Roar. Oh, okay. Hal just deleted herself from existence. All right, never mind. Never mind. She just wiped herself from existence. All right, we're gonna redo that, but we're gonna do it over here. No, we're not because she's water. Um, Airborne. I want to see something. I want to see something before I set this up. Airborne, Celestials, Finis, Rui. All right, whatever. Um, I didn't think that would happen. I didn't realize Hal would just delete herself like that. Alright, well, time to do what I taught everyone to do in Grendelm. Dragon Cookie. Because, fun fact, Dragon Cookie does heal, I believe. Think I saw that in its effects the last time I used it, but always bring your Dragon Cookie. Make sure to feed your Hal's cookies. Or this will happen. And this. And this. Okay, that team. Okay. Enough. I think we got the point. Right. Rasputin Hell Premium Team does not work there. We're gonna go from a different approach. If this doesn't work, we will throw them at... We'll try Tholen, maybe. Or well, whoever was the first boss. Oh no, this doesn't work. This doesn't work. Well, this time they don't get absolutely wiped out of existence immediately, but they do get locked. Although this stop problem would not exist if I just had chalices, but I do not have chalices, unfortunately, so nothing can be done. Me when I go and get more chalices from the shop. Road to the 10th anniversary. Let's see if I can get chalices from here. Nope. I have 24 coins. I cannot get a thing I want. Guess I'll get a stamp. Well, we cleared the first one, but the second one is a complete disaster waiting to happen. Everyone needs rings, earth rings, and cookies. Because there's no way it could suck this bad. I don't even know what to say here. I have not had my I've not had this happen in quite some time, so the fact that it's happening has left me speechless. Right, you want dragon cookie, and I guess your element ring. I don't care if it doesn't have HP on it, I just want an element ring to make it stop. How, Rasputin, how you're just gonna have to carry yourself to the end. Well, everyone but Sin has a ring on. Oh, and Hermes, but that's because Hermes does not have an HP problem. Alright, well, if you want to try and brute force something like this, just bring a bunch of rings, bring your dragon carvings, and your HP artifacts. And then you should be in the clear, hopefully. Nope, you are not in the clear. You, in fact, very much not in the clear. Because those three characters still went boom in the end. The ones carrying it are Sin and Hermes, which at the moment is now just him. Hermes, I mean, this is a clear, it's just I need Omega to fix this problem. Even though Rorp being here is technically within regulations of what's allowed in the Connect. But this is also a problem, even if you stay within the restrictions of of what the Connect will do. This still happens. You can play within the restrictions all you want. It will not matter. If they're weak enough, or I guess low HP enough or something, they will still get wiped out. So that's why Rorp here is dead. This would probably be an under 30-second clear if half my team didn't. If half my team is still alive. But that is a Valfowl clear, albeit very slowly. This team would survive if Omega was a factor, but I will be farming the limited ranking connect later this month when it releases so that I can chalice them and get them to survive. Right. Finis. Finis, you don't need to Omega because she's already an Omega Celestial. Rui, I think you chain with, yeah, Dark Celestial because, that's fun. Dark Therian. I did not know old collab units chained. I guess they all got them. Finis can chain off of these guys, and then she can chain off Airborne Theory. Nope. None of these guys are actually. Okay, that's a problem and a half. Alright, let's just go back. Alright, we're gonna just keep these guys in. And we're gonna play by the. We're not gonna play by the rules. We're gonna play by the. Who is Omega and who's not. Reneka is just here for the chain, too. I don't even want to use her right now. I want to use Amaterasu. Alright. Attack. Light. It's just the usual policy. Clear. Get all of this on and then clear. The boss in question is water. I almost wanted to say light, but then I remembered she's water. Right. Policy here is oh. Oh. Okay. I see the problem. Okay. So funny fact about that about a water boss, I do not have the artifacts. And I lost the team. God damn it. Rui, Finis. Okay. So, yeah, I do not have water killer artifacts. That is because I have no water, no materials from the Ragnarok raid that gave 12% water killer. So that is the only one I was lacking out of all of them when I went to craft my artifacts. So instead, we will just be using filler artifacts. I should, however, craft some dwarf killer artifacts, but I'm not going to. At least not right now. Do it off screen. This one should not give us trouble because I have a decent team. And with Rui, I think I'm playing within the rules, or at least within the crowd control. So Rui should be safe. Just in case. HP. Just in case. Alright. Solar Matarasu. You're attack, right? Yep. Alright, this is one of those rare times where I will say just equip whatever you want. And you have a unit that does not have enough slots for something, or not enough gears, just throw on what you want. Oh, and you're gonna get a ring, because I'm not. You're gonna get a cookie, and then you're gonna get a ring. What was the element again? Aqua. And Malvern being Omega, she's just here she's here to be here. Since my hell team failed, which, oh, I forgot she's not attack, she's attack. I don't know why every time I see Malvern, I think she's magic. But no, she's not, she's regular. That's a regular attack. Wait, probably wasted slot, but if you wanna just bring an element killer, like, I mean, not an element killer, and element increase, do the heinous connects, they'll give it to you. They're good on paper, at least in my opinion, the element damage increase accessories from the heinous connects are really good, but in my opinion, they're good. Would I recommend using them? Yes, I would recommend using them, even if it's just for a little while. Especially if you don't have anything else better to put on. Which you will get a good bit of them when you start farming for the progenitor weapons. I definitely used up some of my more valuable units when we getting here. This team is mostly Celestial with like two Aesirs, because Amaterasu and Malvern, I think, are both Aesir. The rest are just Celestials doing Celestial things. Which Finnis over here, she's the first Celestial to not have her own field. Like like Rui and Aqua over here, these two have their own fields. Finnis does not. The only thing she's got is her Arcana chain. That is literally it. Oh, I am like barely doing damage. Does Valkyrie have a barrier of some sort? Not Valkyrie. Ulan. No, she shouldn't have a barrier, so I don't know why I'm barely doing anything. Oh no, I think maybe she does. I know one of the bosses has one. Usually this would be where I would do the time skip if I had editing skills. Then I would 100% make this the segment where we time skip. Alright, if this fails and does not clear, I have a different idea of what we can use. This involves making strong use of your hero's passives. Oh yeah, no, this is not clear at all in the slightest. Only thing that's happening is like Finnis is chaining off of someone. Oh, Aqua's chaining from her. Well, no, she's chaining from Aqua. Alright, nope, not clear. I do want to get the results, however, so I can see who the weakest character is on the team. Ooh, that's hard to say because they all did really good. Although personally, I'd probably kick Aqua off here because even though she's two chaining with Finesse, I kinda wanna kick her off the team more. Right, melee killer needed. Don't have one. No, shut up. I do have two. I have multiple. Echo, airborne owl. Oh, she fits. She fits. She fits. And Echo was actually free, so perfect timing. Attack. Alright, why that took me so long. Right, Echo's melee killer, which means she'll be able to do this, I hope. She's not gonna do a rune chain to anyone, because that's just, she doesn't have it. Oh, right, no killer. Right, let's just do that. And let's make use of my star boon finally. Now, if anyone did not know, my videos come purely unedited, so everything you see here is unedited gameplay. I don't put in any edits, I just do the content and clear. Oh, she's got a dwarf killer too? Right. Dwarves and melee. Oh boy. Okay, good. Oh, and then finishes the other thing. She's got a female killer. Alright, I guess that's all of our killers handled. Except for Element. Which, where is my damage up against Light? Oh, it's on two characters. It's on Finis and Amaterasu. Alright, so we have everything cleared. Alright. Actually, why does it say... Oh, because it's... Okay. She gives them all stack up, okay. Like fire and magic. Fire. We don't have fire, so she'll chain with either one of them. Oh wait, no, she won't, because it's fire and magic. Whatever. Um, against light, yeah. And then she's got light element to all allies, alright. Well, attempting this with Echo, because we do have grounds covered for every single killer. Dwarf, light, female, all grounds covered. So this should be a perfect clear, hopefully. Oh, and I believe we have ground covered. The only thing that's not going to be affected unless we have a airborne is the organisms up here. But that should be everything covered. So our odds are looking much better. Oh, and then we have the Arcana chain from Finis and Rui, but that, yeah, enemy Arcana chain elemental. And then no leader skill because that comes without progenitor, so that can just be ignored. Okay, we're just keeping the enemies in a constant state of Arcana chain. And we knocked out all of the organisms right before we take down Ulin. We knocked them all out. And with that, we are done. Two more realms have been dealt with. Matarasu doing the most. Well, that's it. With that, two more heroic wanderer realms have been freed. We have 5 realms down, just 3 more to go. Now, the period between this video and the next heroic wanderer video, it might be a while. Because Utgard is one of the hardest realms in Tier 1. And then Muspelheim is probably going to be its own video, too. And then this here, Space Between Worlds, will 100% be its own video. But at least for now, I will try to upload something related to the Fate collab again once we're deeper into the collab itself. So maybe at some point next week, expect another Fate collab video. If not, I will try to upload something in its place. I will be attempting to upload again next week, at least once, as I'd like to stay on a weekly schedule. But for now, thank you all for watching and for sticking around through my failures, because there were quite many fails this time. There was numerous in both realms tonight, which is was not the case last time, but as I will do these summons before I sign off. Oh look, fell. Alright. Thank you all for watching. If you have questions, please comment them below or join the Discord server and ask there. I will do my best to get back quickly, but thank you for joining me in this next part of our heroic wanderer journey. it will be quite a while before we upload anything for Utgard. I may attempt to clear. If I clear one or two of three, but I cannot clear the third, then Utgard will be made into a two-part video where I will attempt to clear all three. And that's the same thing with the next two realms, but that's for when we get there. Until next time, thank you everyone for watching.